Hey peeps, today I would like to run through something that I picked up August, September last year. I wouldn't have normally have bought what I'm going to show you, but I kind of bought it as a buying opportunity. I saw an opportunity to buy something that you don't normally get every day. And in some ways, maybe it's shaped the future build a little bit, but maybe not. It all happened one night. I was coming home on the train. I had a few beers with me, and I hadn't drank in quite a while, so I was really enjoying myself and scrolling through Instagram, sipping a beer, and all of a sudden I saw something that came up, and it really got my attention. And this is basically what came up for sale on Instagram. It was via another Toyota Starlet owner. So basically, it was a Toyota Starlet owner in the UK who had bought a kit, a Chinese turbo kit. The kit comprises of a couple of things. Number one, it's all stainless steel, but we've got a turbo downpipe that goes from a TD04 turbo. I think that's about 60 millimeters. It's not like the old Imperial system. Then secondly, this came with a set of additional bits. These are the Mazda RX-8 fuel injectors. I believe that they are rated for 430 cc's. So quick maths, I mean, potentially I could maybe run up to about 400 horsepower, 350, 400 maybe a little bit more with these kind of injectors. They're a direct fit for the Toyota 4E-FE and 4E-FTE. So yeah, so those are all good. The manifold and the turbo are still bolted together, so I can't really separate them. So I'll show you in its entirety what it really consists of. So you can see that the oil lines have been bunged up with some tissue paper in order to stop the oil. The reason is basically the guy who sold this to me, he had used it for about 500 miles, and he said it was brutal. Like he said, the acceleration was just really unreal. But as they do in Europe, they really don't like turbo lag. And it seems like it's quite a European thing. For me personally, I don't mind turbo lag because I know it's going to boost harder a bit later on. So the guy decided that this TD04 turbo was too big for his build, and he wanted the Toyota CT9 turbo that came with the original 4E-FTE. Basically, it's a little turbo, high back pressure, and it'll boost immediately. So he decided, let me cut down the power, because I think you can probably get about 190 horsepower max from the CT9. But he decided, let me cut out that top end power and just have a responsive set of wheels. So this kit is all Chinese. Okay, sorry, the injectors are Denzos, and the turbo manifold and downpipe are Chinese. It came originally with a cheap knockoff Chinese TD04, but the gentleman who sold it to me, he somehow got rid of that turbo. So what he did is he actually bought, okay, so it's called a TD04L hyphen 13T. That's from the Subaru WRX, not the STI, but the probably year 2000, 2001, 2002 Subaru 2-liter WRX. So he bought, I think it seems like he's bought I don't know, it's a used turbo. I mean, to be honest, the exhaust housing, it doesn't look too bad. It looks like it is used, but it's really in good condition. So basically, he just threw away that old Chinese turbo or sold it, and he got a refurbished TD04. And what I think makes the difference is the fact that it's got a brand new sort of super core and core sort of cartridge. So as it stands, this is a TD04 turbo kit for a Starlet or Corolla 4E-FE or 4E-FTE. And it's got the TD04 turbo. What the guy reckons with an engine sort of at 1.3 liters is it'll start spooling around about the 3,500, 3,600 RPM mark, which according to him was a bit too laggy. What I do know as well is it's got a new wastegate. That is the wastegate. It's got a new adjustable wastegate. And as far as I know, the TD04 turbo is good for around about 240 to 260 horsepower stock. But yeah, ideal for like the 200 horsepower, 220 mark. Yeah, I think it's quite a good turbo for the 1.3. But like I said, I don't know how this will suit my build, just due to the fact that I'm actually looking for a bit of a bigger turbo and a hell of a lot more laggy. Basically, the turbo that I'm really looking at putting on is a bit bigger, and it'll only sort of like start boosting at about, if you had a boost gauge, it'll start boosting like with 0.1 bar by about 4,800 RPM, and it'll sit at about 0.5 bar boost by about 6,200. So you'll start feeling it wake up like late 4,000s, early 5,000s, and then like by 6,000 you're gonna know that you're being boosted. But then that obviously means I will have to raise my rev limit. So I'm thinking maybe 8,500, 9,000, maybe more. Depends on the calculations for the internals, etc., etc. But yeah, I just thought I'd show it to you guys, and yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully I can share more stuff with you soon. Peace out.